Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege video. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5 favorite DLC operators in Siege. This includes operators up to Velvet Shell, since it is the newest DLC, and is the most recent to come out as of the time that I am recording. So just to kind of, timestamp this, because I don't want anyone coming back after like 3 or 4 more DLCs, and they're like, wow, this guy doesn't like blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, they weren't out yet. Anyways, this is a list of my personal opinions, meaning that our opinions will probably differ, and this is a good thing, and I encourage you to leave your list below so I can see what DLC operators you like, and so we can talk about it. Before we begin the video, please consider liking the video if you enjoy it, and subscribing to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege videos. With that out of the way, let's begin. Number 5. My 5th favorite DLC operator is Valkyrie. I like her for 2 reasons, her weapons and her ability. I love her Spaz 12. It's probably my favorite shotgun in the game at the moment. I love how it just quickly shuts people down in close quarters. You just see an Ash, it'll be just trying to run past you, and then BAM! She dead, because the Spaz 12 is really great. I like it. The second reason I love Valkyrie is her ability to use the black eye cameras. This is probably one of the most useful abilities in Siege. A defending team's success in Siege depends on a lot of intel. You'll see that thrown out a lot, and it really is kind of important. Knowing what attackers you're going up against, where they're coming from, and if they've split up or not is very vital to countering the enemy team. With Valkyrie's black eye cameras, you can have more viewpoints. This helps you find out every bit of information you need to counter that enemy team, if the cameras are set up in a good position anyways. Now I spy with my little black eye, number 4. Number 4. In my number 4 spot, we have Echo. Echo is one of my favorite operators purely for his ability to mess with people. Echo can deploy a yokai hovering drone. Although this drone cannot spot people, it does shoot sonic bursts, and I'm not talking about the blue hedgehog kind. If an enemy is hit in the head with one of these sonic bursts, it will blur their screen, unfocus their weapon sights, and move their aim in a random direction. As you can imagine, this messes with people pretty hard, and it makes it very hard for them to kill your teammates. I just find it so funny to hit an enemy with a burst and watch them either sprint away or just spray and pray for their lives, as I'm sitting safely in a corner chilling with my team, just completely out of danger. I also like his SMG, the MP5SD. It has an irremovable silencer, which I use silencers on most of my weapons anyway, so this kind of comes as a perk. And it has very good iron sights, which I also like, so I don't have to waste a sight, an attachment that could have a case that could potentially kill me, because it blocks the enemy's views. You know what I'm trying to say. Now let's try to Echo relocate to number 3. Hold on, I think I've used that pun before. Maybe in the guide, I think? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just move on to number 3. Number 3. My 3rd favorite DLC operator is Blackbeard. I enjoy playing Blackbeard because of his weapon, ability, and aesthetic. First, let's start off with his weapon that I enjoy and use more predominantly than his DMR, the MK17 CQB. Sure, it fires slower than any of the other assault rifle and has the lowest DPS of any of the assault rifles, but I'm good with it, so I love it. I can easily nail headshot after headshot with this thing, and I just enjoy the feel of it. Also, it's kind of easy while using his ability, the rifle shield. Basically, you press the ability button and Blackbeard puts a shield on his rifle. Easy and simple. This will typically protect me from the bullets that would have caught my face and allow me to kill my enemy instead. That, or if an enemy shoots the shield, they let me know where they're at so that I can get ready for a firefight. The final reason I like Blackbeard so much is because of his aesthetic, his look. He looks like an American badass, and since I'm from America, I gotta show some America patriotism. I'm smart, shut up. By playing as Blackbeard. Now let's move on to number 2. Also, I apologize, because I can't think of a good segue pun for Blackbeard. I'm drawing a blank. Man, I'm great. Number 2. In my number 2 spot is Jackal. Even though he's the newest attacker, he quickly became one of my favorite DLC operators. His ability to track down footprints is just so fun to use and extremely useful to the team. Tracking down the footprints manually adds a sense of hunter versus prey, which is rare to feel when on the attacking team, because usually on the defending team you're playing as a roamer and you're just hunting down the attackers that are breaching in. Well, Jackal kind of flips that on its head. Or I can just scan footprints to quickly spot an enemy for my entire team and to reveal where the roamers are lurking, which is very useful so you don't get shot in the back. I also like Jackal because of his primary weapon, the C7E. I love using the C7E since it's relatively easy to control and does a ton of damage. Being able to hunt down roamers and put them down easy is just fun to do and adds another depth of strategy to Siege that I enjoy. Now, let's see if Jackal can track down my favorite DLC operator. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, number 1. My most favorite DLC operator is Buck. Buck was the first DLC attack operator, and ever since then I've always liked him more than any of the other new operators. I love his assault rifle, ability, and look. His C8 SFW is one of my favorite assault rifles in the game. It fires quickly, and since I've used him prominently since his release, I have mastered the recoil. This means that I can fire quickly if I get spooked, or quickly line up a headshot whenever I'm going up against an enemy, like in a 1v1. In addition to his weapon, he has access to the skeleton key, an underbarrel shotgun for his primary weapons. This underbarrel shotgun lets me shut down defenders that come too close, and lets me breach objective zones, and allow me to open up my own paths through destructible walls and floors by myself, so I don't need any teammates. This I find useful, since I usually solo queue. I really don't rely on my teammates breaching where I want and when I want, since there's no communication. I use a skeleton key to operate like a lone wolf, which is a playstyle that I prefer. Finally, I love Buck because of his look. He has this sweet winter camo outfit which I like. Winter areas are my favorite areas in video games. Like, I just love like the snowy mountains and the snowflakes falling from the sky and just like the chill of the area. I don't know why. I love winter areas. I like it snowing. So to have an operator with winter camo is really awesome. Also, I like his headgear. I love his avalanche headgear because it looks completely badass with the goggles and the mask. It looks cool as hell, and that's why I like Buck. Those were my top 5 DLC operators. I really want to hear your top 5 list, so please leave a comment below so I know and so we can talk about it. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm the Battle Moon, and I will see you in the next siege.